Hey guys, welcome back. So I was really trying to get one quest in particular unlocked from this quest giver right here. Now it's the same quest that you can get from any local innkeeper. So all the innkeepers in the same hold and the steward for that hold will all give you the same, group of quests. Now, I was really trying to get that Halted Steam Camp just because some folks have been asking about it, and I really like that loot spot for a good early game, quest. But guys, it's just not happening for me in my game. As a matter of fact, I just talked to Old Boy again thinking, oh, I've done pretty much everything else. Kill the giant located at Bleakwind Basin. So that's obviously not what I was going for there. What I really wanted was, kill the bandit leader at Halted Steam Camp or whatever it exactly says. So yeah, guys, I'm just not having any luck here. So the funny thing that happened, though, right when I got done talking on my last video about all that crafting and upgrading we did, we just built our brand new dwarven bows, booyah. I said, wouldn't it be really cool if I could get my hands on something archery? And at the time, my stores just had nothing archery. I even fast traveled to Riverwood to check those stores, the Smith and the General Store. No such luck. But funny thing, I log in today and I pass a little time just to kind of reset stores and see what's what. First thing I do is walk into General Store, and guess what I got? Archery. Now guys, something that I forgot to talk about in my last video was I was so focused on talking about amulets and how many you need and don't sell them and all that. I totally spaced on exactly what kind of amulet I was holding there. There's 2 amulets that help you with your buying and selling prices. This is one of them. Right off the top, 10% better buying and selling prices. The other one is the Amulet of Dibella, and that increases your speechcraft 15 points. So again, that links directly to buying and selling prices. Now guys, the great thing about the amulets is you can stack that. So let's say I was wearing that, to go do some shopping, that 10%, that will stack with that gift of charity. So, I really wish I had kind of been a little more with it to be able to spit that out. That would have been a great video to have that information. Now, of course, if you don't have the amulet in your game, then that does you no good. Okay, guys, now getting back to archery, something I want to show you all here. Now, it's very early game. 38 is not bad for base bow weapon damage. It's not great, but early game, before we get too strong in our leveling, that's going to one-hit, a lot of enemies out there, bandits, etc. But you're still going to have a real tough time with the tougher things like trolls, dragons, etc. So, anyway, that said, I mentioned, wouldn't it be nice if we had the archery stuff? So what I'd like to do at some point, not right now, I don't have the soul gems to support building super suits just yet, but I would disenchant that and then enchant, several articles of clothing, because watch what happens. We're at, 38 base damage when we equip that circlet. We jump to 48. It's sick. So now imagine if we had, several articles of clothing with that enchantment on it. So unfortunately you have to break the circlet, so that's kind of why I say it's real early game right now. We just don't have the soul gems to support what I really want to do. But for now, just holding on to that circlet and just wearing it, as part of my armor, that's good enough for me for right now. That's going to be a very noticeable difference now in our attack power. So folks, if you don't have something with archery yet, check your general stores, check the apparel, check the smiths, check their apparel, check several villages and towns, check Riften, we've already been there. We've been to Riverwood and now Whiterun, so that's 3 towns I've got us unlocked. But, there's going to be another one here real soon, guys, and I've talked about it in comments a couple of times. But we're going to have to go to Windhelm here real soon and do the Blood on the Ice quest, because that's a big glitchy nightmare. So it's not an urgent priority right this minute. I'm going to go do some soul gem hunting here and go do this giant quest I got picked up first. And while I'm out and about in the area, I'm going to hit that Halted Steam Camp and just kind of pretend I've got a quest for it. So at least, other folks will be able to have some kind of a walkthrough when the time comes. Alright guys, let's do this. Let's go play with our new toys. Now that's the same giant camp I came across a few videos ago. And we didn't actually, you know, do too much in there because I wanted to leave them for later. Well, now it's later. And I will absolutely take advantage of the daytime here. See if there's any blue butterflies. See if, you know, I can maybe take a slightly different route and grab some more flowers or something along those lines. I'm gonna pick these giants off one at a time. Giants and mammoths. The worst nightmare scenario is, you know, 2 or 3 mammoths come charging at you along with a giant or 2. That's just... you might as well just go ahead and reload a save at that point. So yeah, picking them off is definitely the way to go. And look, I see a butterfly zipping around there. So now it doesn't look like there's as many mammoths here as there was last time. That's okay. I'll take what I can get. But I definitely have a few grand soul gems for those mammoth souls, and then some greater soul gems for the giants. Alright guys, again, I want that attack damage to do it. So I'm going to bump that up and go to the harder hitting bow. Just until I'm detected, then I'll switch over. Okay, now I see 3 mammoths, so good deal. Oh yeah, don't forget to save that game. I don't want to kill him. I want to make sure I can soul trap him. Oh, there goes the follower. That's okay. One down. Okay, it looks like I'm in the clear. Nothing's coming after me, nothing's charging. So rinse, lather, repeat. Okay, now if you're detected, that's most likely because of the flame astronaut that's casted. Speaking of which, I probably should cast my own. Okay, see, I just got that sneak attack, so that kind of confirms that that was not him that was detecting me. Okay, now he knows I'm here. It's nice and stuck in them trees, or that's a good thing. So I could probably shoot him with more of my frost enchanted arrows, or, you know, bow. But I just get kind of nervous, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to grab that soul and get it soul trapped. Or you could just run up there with your cast. You know, you could cast the soul trap, assuming you know that spell, and that lasts a full 30 seconds. So you know what I will do when the fight's more manageable here, maybe down to my last thing, is I'll soul trap something that way, and then we'll have plenty of time to kill it. Okay, good deal. Got one at a time again. Sneak attack, good deal. Not that time though, so it must be on to me. No, maybe not. Now he knows I'm here. I wonder why my follower's not going in. Did she get launched off into space again? I hope she didn't get killed. Maybe she got pulled into different combat. Ah, there she is. She gets the Brave Warrior badge for the day. There goes my archery, so next time I level up, that point's going right into that perk, and that'll give me yet even more of an attack power boost on that bow. So that circlet gave us a 25% boost. That bumped us from 38 to 48. So imagine what another 20% does. We'll be 55 or so, give or take. And that all stacks, guys. It's awesome. You're going to get tired of me saying that word, stacks, all the time. And that's okay. What's up, buddy? Okay, there we go. Game on. Now that 30 seconds can go quick. So I try to, get in there and just get it done. Man. Lydia's getting it handed to her today. Uh-oh, yep. I want to make sure she didn't die there. I'd be reloading a save. Okay, now, so most giant camps have a lootable chest, and you always have to lockpick it. Now, before I get too caught up in looting, I need to go find my giant. What the heck is it? Dude, it's a giant. Didn't I kill it, like, right here? Ah, silly me. Alright, so that completes the quest line. I'm just kind of doing some free looting here, getting all my flowers and stuff so we can get some more potions cooking. There's, some other desirables around here. Blue mountain flower, some blue butterflies, etc. Okay, At some point in your game, this is going to show up, and it doesn't have to be here. This can literally be any chest in all of Skyrim. But as soon as you put that in your inventory, it's going to activate a quest. And honestly, that's a real fun quest to do. It's just kind of far off and a bit out of the way. But yeah, that's definitely worthwhile, guys. There's a ton of gold. So yeah, guys, super fun quest that one is. Real fun puzzle. That is the labyrinth of that one. Yeah, I really like that. So we're going to be doing that, and it's a better earlier game dungeon, because I was starting to say it's got a lot of gold in there. Pretty much all the dead bodies laying around, there's a lot of them. It's kind of like part of the whole storyline as to what happened in there. But they're all, like, super stocked with gold. Each body has, like, 100 gold on it. So yeah, you come out of there just wealthy. Ready to rock and roll with some buying. Okay, now he wasn't locked onto me, so maybe I can get his attention. Real hard to lead the shots on these guys. It looks like he's aggroed on some bandits or something, possibly. Oh no, this is the Western Watchtower. So this is where we had our first dragon fight. There we go. Now I got you. Blood Dragon. Okay, guys, that's an increase. So just like the Zelda games, you got your red Bobkin, then you got your blue Bobkin, you know, then black Bobkin, then silver Bobkin. So it's kind of like that in this game with the, you know, a lot of the leveling enemies. Dragons are part of that. So it goes from, you know, just dragon to blood dragon. Then you can have frost dragon. There's like legendary dragon. I honestly can't even remember all of them. But so yeah, this is the first indication our game is progressing in that department. So who just noticed that I took the time to farm a butterfly in the middle of a dragon fight? Okay, at some point he's going to get low enough he won't be able to take off, and then we can just finish him off. Oh, Lydia! What are you doing, bro? That is going to hurt in the morning! Wow! I mean, I've shot my followers in the back before, but I don't think I've ever gotten a perfect headshot like that. That was insane. I'm lucky she didn't actually aggro on me. Sometimes they can get really angry with you and it starts a fight. Good times, good times. Oh, that dragon was after a freaking giant. Perfect. Please tell me he didn't just die. If he just died, I didn't get the soul. Ah. Well, I just saved your life, buddy. Where's my reward? Alright, so that got real hairy real quick. So yeah, now that we've killed a dragon in our game, the one from the Dragon Rising or whatever quest, they'll periodically kind of spawn, you know, here and there. In fact, I usually save my game before getting into any village or town, just in case, you know, I go into town and then a dragon fight decides to start up. That way, if a villager dies, you know, you can at least reload that save and try again, make sure the villager doesn't die. Alright guys, I don't even know what I was doing out here anymore. Halted Steam Camp. So that should be pretty close to Silent Moon's camp, probably right around here, give or take. So I'm going just about the right direction here. Okay, now notice on my compass, that little TP looking icon that's blanked out. That's the camp that it's picking up on right now. So again, real close to Whiterun. And in fact, that's the castle kind of sticking up there over the ridgeline. Oh, we can get some petty... Ooh, you know what? Before I start going crazy, I need to make sure my petty soul gems... Okay, I got 4 empty, so 5, not a lot. So I'm glad I checked that. Oh, and actually somebody posted a comment. So yeah, special thank you to Eric Kimmenhill. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong, but really appreciate the tip on that soul gem deal. So guys, basically what he's saying, and I never even knew you could do this, pretty awesome. You can, you know, if you accidentally fill up a soul gem, say, you know, you're not paying attention and you're out petty soul gem hunting, and all of a sudden, you know, you've got like 5 grand soul gems that are full of petty souls now, you can drop them onto the ground and then pick them back up, and that takes away whatever soul was in them. So I haven't actually, you know, personally tested that, but that is an awesome tip. So if I ever get to a point in my game where I'm accidentally filling my soul gems up, you better believe I'm going to be doing that. So thanks again, Eric Kimmenhill, for giving me that tidbit there. Definitely much appreciated. Sit still. Hold still and die. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm gonna try to hit him like this. I miss my shots a lot when I'm in third person. I don't understand why. I'm aiming right on them with my cursor, but a lot of times they just don't connect. So I'm never gonna get better at it unless I, you know, figure out. Maybe at close range I'm aiming too low. I don't know. I'll have to play with that. Alright guys, here we are, Halted Steam Camp. Now again, normally I get a quest coming here, but it's just not happening in my game. So let's just pretend I have a quest that says, kill the bandit leader at Halted Steam Camp, or, you know, however that verbiage actually is. So what I like to do on this one is just like any other big fist fight, I like to save my game. And I like to do as much with stealth as possible, so now... looks like I'm detected. But I don't know if it's by them. Seems like they're locked onto something. Maybe it is me. Okay, it must be me. Now there's something else up there. It was a wolf. Okay, well, if it wasn't for that wolf, I should have been able to, you know, do at least some sneak killing. Go figure, I killed the wolf by accident. Ah, wolf got it done. Oh, it's a dog. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't plug him. If I did, it was an accident. Sorry, buddy. So you can actually get dogs to follow you in this game. Now, they're glitchy. So I'll talk about that here in a moment. Okay, now sometimes if you or your follower have something, you know, aggroed, you can sheathe the weapon. That's kind of why I put my bow away. It just didn't quite work that time, but sometimes when you do it, your follower will do it too, and they'll stop attacking. Just no such luck this time. So anyway, guys, yeah, sometimes you can befriend stray dogs, and they'll follow you around. You can get in their inventory and stuff. They can help you carry things. They help you in attacking. But again, they can be real glitchy. So what I like to do is save the game before actually, you know, dealing with the dog at all. I don't even talk to it or anything. And then I will, you know, remember that save point, so if it starts becoming a problem, I can go back and reload save. But honestly, it's usually an issue for me. So at some point I just kind of quit, you know, trying. I never did figure out a way to just make them work real good. So again, you know, just it wasn't worth the risk to me, considering all the problems it kept coming with. One of the bigger problems was, even after you dismissed it, the game would still think you had a pet follower, so then you couldn't do anything else with any other pet followers. So, you know, not the end of the world in the world of glitches, just enough to make me really not want the dog. I want freedom of choice. Alright guys, so yeah, no sneak striking today, and that's okay, all worked out. Now there's a lot of looting to do in here. So I'm going to try to take my time and be real thorough. For one, you know, you got your flowers, a lot of blue mountain flowers around here, outside and inside, by the way. And there's another entrance into here, but buyer beware, it's a pit trap. So actually I'm going to exit the dungeon that way, but I'm not going to, you know, go walking around. Once I do exit, I'll just fast travel from that spot. Okay, there's a hidden chest down here. Oh! It's twice I've done that, and I know better. And it makes me mad when I do that, not because of the damage, but because I lose my lockpicking. Okay, another chest. That one is a pick lock. Or lockpick. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the outdoors area here. I just, you know, wanted to take a second look there, make sure. And right as I say that, there's more flowers. Now, before I ever go into dungeon or anything, I always save game and pop Flame Astronaut. Now, from what I remember, the enemies are pretty much where they are going to be during the quest. You know, maybe not all of them. But that guy sitting in that chair, he's always there. Now, I don't want the key unless I absolutely need it, so I'm going to remember this body. Reason being is once you get the key, you can't drop it, and then you lose your chance to do your lock picking. But, you know, sometimes the door isn't lock pickable, and you have to have the key. That's why I say I make a mental note if you do leave one behind, exactly where that body was. There's going to be a lot of farming to do in here, so what I might actually do is just kind of point them out as I go, and then I'll come back through and get them offline. Okay, I don't see any red dots, which means that's my Flame Astronaut, which is detecting me right now. There should be another one right past that door there. Okay, again, a whole bunch of more iron here. There's some here, some on the floor, the wall here, so, you know, do your looting there. And it's not just about the iron ore. Yeah, that's valuable. You guys that have been following with me here understand what I do with that now for leveling and, you know, smithing and stuff. But more importantly, it's the gemstones that I'm really after right now. Okay, now this is where it gets hairy again. You might want to save the game at this spot. Now, your bandit leader is usually going to be off to the left slightly, over by where that big treasure chest is going to be. Now, if you've got the quest, go ahead and activate it, so that'll show the quest marker, and that'll kind of hover around while he walks around. But there's also going to be a guy right off to my right, kind of obscured from view. And again, there's some more iron for the taking here, on the wall and on the floor. Some more over here as well. And some on our left as well.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Okay, now whenever your follower says that, that means somebody's about to detect you. I mean, not literally, but it means you're getting close to enemies. Okay, there's that bandit leader. That's where he's going to be, right over there by that chest. In fact, it says Bandit Chief in my game, so... you know, regardless of what it says when you actually have the quest activated, just know he's going to be the formidable foe here. He's got that staff, and it's smarts. That cold damage really knocks it out of you, especially with your stamina. Nuclear shot. Never mind. They got this. I could have just sat back and watched the show. Oh, Poacher's Axe. That's another goodie that you get out of here. I don't really use it, but it's something to enchant. Okay, another reason I like coming here early is because that Yolanda, or whatever her name is, that wants that mammoth tusk, is just kind of a one-stop shop. So you get the bandit leader here quest, and then, you know, while you're here, you scoop up that mammoth tusk, and bam, 2 for 1. Like I said, it's just not working out for me in my game. Now, guys, anytime you see that funny stuff on the ground, it's kind of like red and purple, it's weird looking, that's flammable liquid, so if you do anything with fire here, that's all going to light up. Okay, nice little secret cubby here for some hidden loot. Okay, there's a purse here. Just be careful about that flame damage. The forge will kill you. There's also a trigger trap around here somewhere. There it is. That pesky little trigger trap. Yeah, that thing really, really knocks it out of you. Okay, again, I like to carry these to sell at mages for the time being, since it's tough to sell to them. Okay, there's some more iron ore on the wall. Or that one's corundum, that's right. And there's also some loose ore sitting out there. Lots of goodies here. Okay, now that spell tomb, guys, that's a good one to have early game. That's going to turn iron into silver. Now, I've usually get plenty of gold in my game, so I don't have to worry about that. But I definitely use that for turning iron into silver for jewelry crafting. So, I don't know if you guys have been with me or not, you know, throughout my game so far, but I took a minute and I went off to that Coalskegger mine or whatever, Coalslogger mine, Coalgate mine, and I got a whole bunch of gold. So as I start building up my gemstones, I'm going to start doing a lot of that jewelry crafting. The problem is, that was a disappointing chest today. The problem is, you know, I got plenty of gold, but I never seem to have enough silver. So that's where that transmute or whatever comes in. Alright guys, so here's that second exit I mentioned, and it's Hiccup City again. I don't know where this is coming from. But again, don't just go out here and start running around. Yeah, as you can see, you're surrounded by stuff that wants to hurt you. So what I like to do here is just kind of walk real slow. And there are a couple of goodies here. Just, you know, try not to get yourself all tangled up in the meantime. And sometimes it doesn't look like you should be getting hit, but those things are going to hit you anyway. Alright, so from here I would normally just fast travel out. There's another gold purse over there, and I'll show you how to get it before I do. But I only know how to do it in first person. You should just barely be able to clip that. Okay, so again, from here I would normally just fast travel out, but I want to go grab my iron ore. So I'll go ahead and pause video here, and I'll get back to it right when I'm done. Forgot to mention that one underneath the Bandit's hideaway there. And I was actually able to swing at that one and get it. I just kind of had to kneel down there, though, otherwise it wasn't working. Flawless ruby, look at that, guys. That goes with a gold bar for something. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. It's probably like a ruby necklace or something, but it's gold in that flawless ruby, and that sells real good. So yeah, that's what I mean, like... You know, it's not always about whatever ore I'm farming. Sometimes it's just about needing the gemstones. Alright, I'm happy with my looting. I was pretty thorough in there. Got all those nodes. Got quite a few gemstones too, so not a bad looting spree. And that was all just iron ore. Typically, as you level and the more you farm and the more ores you get your hands on, the better the gemstones seem to flow. Okay, now this is one of these random spawn things, or it could be. If this is the one I'm thinking of, he's going to want me to fight him. He's like asking for a warrior's death. Now the guy I'm thinking of is usually armed up pretty good and he's got good armor on, so this might be something else.
Greetings, sister. You look weary. I have something to help you.
Okay,
Relax,
I know what this is.
if you're interested.
So he's a skooma dealer.
The finest skooma. The sweetest moon sugar. At a fair price, of course.
So you can either, you know, actually fight him and kill him if you want. You know, sometimes depending on your speech skill, he might just go away, or he might attack you. You take the same risk here, actually. I've had him attack me both ways. You can get attacked this way, too, so, you know...
Yeah.
I just always go for it and see what happens.
Never should have come here.
You know, sometimes I get lucky and my speech is just good enough, and then, you know, that helps with the speech skill anyway, so... That sleeping tree sap, that's part of another quest line, so hold on to those for now. Alright guys, I was just kind of running around to see if I could, you know, get lucky and maybe find another giant or a mammoth, but for right now I guess that's all we've got. So, you know, I took you through Halted Steam Camp, we got some great loot there. You know, if you had the quest, simply go back and talk to that steward there at the castle, whatever his name is, Preventus Vinci, and then, you know, that'll clear that quest. And then same thing with that giant quest I just got done doing as well. To about 8 a.m. And if he doesn't just, you know, immediately spawn here, you know, you have to give him some time to walk downstairs, and sometimes you can speed that up a little bit more, just past another hour, and then that'll kind of, you know, get him down here.
It's a great service.
That reminds me,
Here is your reward.
offline I went ahead and got my house all done up.
Enjoy your visit
So
to
before I
Dragon's
actually let you go, I gotta go give you the tour. Alright, so here it is. This is what our money bought us. Now, it's not worth the money just, you know, for some free lootables, but it is nice that having it completed comes with its perks. So, you know, this respawns in time now. Not always frequently, you know, that's randomized too. Everything in this game is randomized. So, you know, you might come back 5 days later and bam, it's there, you know, already. And then sometimes it seems like you're checking it constantly for days, and it's just never respawning. So, you know, it's just always hit and miss. Now, you can check all the cabinets. Sometimes you'll find, you know, free clothing, free gold, different items, you know. Now, normally the stuff in the cabinets and chests don't respawn. These are safe storage places. Ooh, that's good to have. But, you know, I personally use the chests because the cabinets can get kind of messy. They don't sort the same. They don't always alphabetize. So, you know, you have a chest in here. Now, I went ahead and splurged on the alchemy table. So normally when I'm just doing my gameplay and I'm using this as central storage, I'll store all my cooking ingredients in the satchel here. So as you can see, this is where I keep all my overflow. So anything that I start to get big numbers of and I don't want the weight, you know, I'll just go ahead and dump it here just on occasion, periodically, just to keep my weight down. And everything counts, guys. So it might not seem like a lot, you know, per item, but when you start getting a lot of different stuff, that weight does really start affecting your overall. So, you know, I don't think I've even used this chest yet. Okay, so this is where I'm going to keep my stolen goods, because you can't sell stolen goods just yet. So I'm using my other chest top side now for my you know, actual loot storage. Alright, folks, so I hope that helps you all out. Best of luck and happy hunting.